they carefully alight.
Tosin, where are you? Tosin, where are you?
To have found a boomerang before he was evicted.
I'm not lie to you, at this point, I'm not ready to give up my position for anybody.
Hey, we are getting to the tail end of the Gulder Ultimate Search. I must tell you, we are getting to the very tail end. In some couple of hours, it will be over. We are going to know who is going to carry the 50 million home. Hey, is it going to be Tosin? Is it going to be Odudu? Is it going to be Damola? Or is it going to be Damilola? Guys, who is going to be the ultimate man of the Gulder Ultimate Search? This is what we are going to be finding out in a couple of hours in the Gulder Ultimate Search, the Age of the Craftmanship, Season 12. Stay locked, because we're coming back with full gist. A lot of things happened though. A lot of things happened. As you can see, a lot of things happened. And as usual, I am here for the full gist. Let's just talk about everything that went down. So I'm going to be disappearing out of your screens because I just felt like let's talk more with these pictures. You guys just get full gist and full experience of what it all felt like watching the semi-end. And of course, Tosin's return was really, really epic. I will not even lie. So everyone welcomed Tosin, of course, with a hug, but with the side eye of, hey, you must not collect this thing from me. After the hug and everything, Bob Manuel was the person who met them. So at this point, I think Kunle Remi's tenure has passed. It's now up to the bigger guys who are working with the gods of the land, the Council of Elders. So at the end of the day, they ended up giving Tosin his own camp bag and sleeping net. And then after that, Bob actually engaged them in a little conversation, asking them how they felt about the whole thing. And after that conversation, the next thing he did was to tell them farewell, give them some very hard advice. He said at this point is a point of no return, and that all man for himself, that the competition is started, and that silence will be something that they should welcome. He just said a lot of things, and he left them to go ahead with the search. So at the end of the day, we saw them jungling inside the jungle, jumping up and down, climbing trees, scattering bushes, as in everybody was just on beast mood as they were searching for clues or something. I think they spent about 2 hours searching rigorously. They spent a lot of time searching, and at the end of the day, I think there was a ray of hope, as Damola was the first person who spotted a clue on top of the tree. He had to climb swiftly. He saw a little monkey there, got the clue, and then he went further to searching for something else. And then at that point too, they also showed that somebody else picked Tosin. He picked the clue. Damola, Damilola also picked the clue, and Odudu picked something. I was thinking it was something very, very important. He also picked a clue, but he picked this wrap of leaves, and I was thinking something valuable inside it was going to be. And guys, but Manuel actually gave them this advice that they were not supposed to talk to anybody. They were not supposed to share any hints about anything to any of them. Like at this point, they are all enemies. Let me just put it that way. Everybody's on their own, and they are here for an individual task. So Bobanal had given them foodstuffs, and when they give them these foodstuffs, I was really wondering what the foodstuff was going to be meant for. Like I felt like this show is going to be ending in the next 24 hours. I did not supposed to go and start cooking food where, with which lights, with which pot. So I don't know what it didn't make sense to me when I saw that. So anyways, eventually when this guy were very fagged out, they were tired, and then they decided to rest. They just spread it on the floor, and as they were sleeping, you guys, behold, Bob Manuel came in on them, and he was like, "What are you guys doing?" At that point, I was even scared. I was like, "I did not supposed to sleep anymore." So at the end of the day, he was asking them questions about how their day went, what they had found out, and Damola, as usual, he's always his first spokesman to speak in the team. He said, "We found," and hey, at that point, Bob Manuel had to give it all to him. I was like, you guys don't get it. How can you forget so easily that this is an individual task at this point, and all man for himself? So he had to correct himself. He said, "I found," and then everybody said what they had found, and then he just jumped in, and he was like, that he gave them foodstuffs, and he found that some people had dropped their foodstuffs and even clothes. And when he was asked, he was like, "Who dropped his clothes?" And Tosin said he was the one that dropped it, that he dropped all his clothes, that he was tired, he felt he needed to travel light. And then I thought it was even only Tosin that dropped. At the end of the day, he asked them one after the other, and we all found out that all those guys were seriously looking out to catching and finding Akolo's chest, because they all had the same priority in mind. They had all dumped their foodstuffs, though they had reserved some. I think they gave them snacks too and solid food. So I think they just dropped all their foodstuffs that they could try. I mean, you can imagine traveling with tuber of yam, oil, and all that backpack. I mean, no wonder these ladies could not survive to this moment. Like, looking at how these guys were carrying all this heavy load and we're just running around the jungle. Not nice at all. So at the end of the day, Bob Manuel gave them more stern warning, told them that okay, they should get rested, that what beholds them the next day is going to be unimaginable. And that was the point where they had to set up their sleeping tents, and after they set up their sleeping tents, I think they had to rest. And of course, we're looking at seeing what's going to happen in the full episode. So guys, it literally shows that these guys know that the game is on. And I must say something, at the end of the search, I'll tell you, nobody can be underestimated. Anybody can find Akolo's chest. With the look of things, with the way people were finding clues, Odudu looks very fast, but I think he has to slow down. He's just so into his strength. I don't think he's paying much attention. He's getting agitated easily. We are seeing people like Damola and Damilola stay calm and focused on the game. Tosin too, it's like he's losing his cool. He's not finding it easy at all. But anyways, that's totally everything that happened. We're going to be finding out the real winner in a couple of hours, but just make do with this conversation for now. Guys, so literally that was it. And I also have to say something, guys. I also noticed that in the Jungle Diary episode, the last episode that was supposed to be the last, you guys remember that I complained that two people were not interviewed, Rachel and Jennifer. Can I remember that? I hope that's her name. So Rachel and Jennifer didn't get any, and I was angry. I was like, why now? Why? And I was saying like the last Jungle Diary was going to cover that interview, but it didn't happen. So I'm like, now wow, it looks like somehow I felt like the girls were just, after the whole stress, the whole struggle, the whole fight, I felt like they were so under represented. I don't know why, but I just feel like that. So I don't know, me, I'm begging the Gulder Ultimate Search, you people should just see how you can compensate these ladies for us. I'm begging you should see how you can compensate Chidima. I mean, because I just felt like all of the ladies broke down immediately they got out of the jungle. Like, it was like, fresh air, good water, good bed, and then their body had missed it so much, before you knew it had to start reacting. So I basically feel like it took a hard toll. It will take a hard toll on all of them. I mean, I'm very sure even the guys will find it, not so easy to settle down to their normal life when they're out of that jungle. I just felt like I needed to share that. So guys, basically that was everything that happened in the Gulder Ultimate Search, season 12, episode 21. I hope I'm trying. I hope I'm keeping you updated on the information and the conversations on what's happening. Share your thoughts as usual. Let me know your thoughts on it. Who do you think is the last man standing? You know what? Right now, I don't want us to give ourselves too much tension. In a couple of hours, we are going to know who the winner is going to be. So all you have to do is stay locked into this channel, because I'm going to come back with a full conversation in the next video. For now, bye bye. Take care and be safe.